Hello there, Colin here, ADEY's Head of Training. Welcome. Today we are really looking forward to the webinar on ADEY Business Tools, and I've got a top team in the house today. First of all, I'll introduce you to ADEY. Elliot, perhaps you could just give us a little bit of background, please.
Hi, Cole. Yeah, I'm Elliot Dessy. I'm the Divisional Business Support Manager for the south of the UK here at ADEY.
Fantastic. We've also got Nell Jones in the house. Nell is from TradeHelp, who will be shortly running through a demo of the software and showing us how easy and straightforward this is. I'm really looking forward to this because as an expert myself, Elliot, you know, lots of things I probably would have done a lot better if I'd had these wonderful tools available. I'm really excited to understand a little bit more today. So, Elliot, first of all, tell us, what is ADEY Business Tools?
Well, Cole, in a nutshell, we know that running a business is hard. You don't necessarily have the resources, the time, or perhaps the knowledge to add tools to your business to help it grow, while also reducing the admin. So we've created ADEY Business Tools, which are exclusively for ADEY Pro Club members. We've identified some key partners to help you introduce things like your own service plans, as we're discussing now, but also your own online quoting tool, so you can work smarter and not harder. And also you get exclusive discounts too.
Right, okay. Right, so when you say discounts, always interested in discounts. Come on, we're engineers. When you say discounts, Elliot, what do you mean by that? Is that through the Pro Club?
Yeah, so I mean, specifically with the service plan through TradeHelp, obviously go through the ADEY Pro Club and you'll actually get the first 3 months free.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that sounds a great start. I think that's highlighted a few bits and pieces to me already. But I wanted to go a little bit more into the service plans, if I may, Elliot. You know, for me as a fitter, you know, I've probably been missing that little bit of piece of puzzle, as we say, you know, the service plan puzzle piece, you know, because I used to do a lot of install and I used to do a lot of servicing, but I probably wasn't doing all the servicing that was available to me from my boilers I put in, which I was very proud of. I enjoyed my work and I was chuffed to bits. So I probably was missing a trick. You really highlighted already that, Cole, you missed a bit there. But Elliot, perhaps you could just give us a little bit of behind it. Why service plans been brought to us by TradeHelp? Why you think engineers would want to do this?
I think one of the main reasons is you can generate income all year round. So it flattens that inevitable seasonal curve we get in the industry. You can plan your time better because you know your services are taking place, they're already booked in, and also they've already been paid for too. And also from a homeowner perspective, homeowners love spreading costs. So a monthly fee can be much more appealing than a one-off annual fee. And with any engineers, you know, looking long-term, you know, adding value to your business, if you can show a bank of paying customers when you're looking to sell or retire, you can actually make your business much more valuable too.
I'll tell you what, Elliot, that's a really interesting point as well. I say, you know, as the business goes on and expands, and again, you know, time flies by. I can assure you, Elliot, you know, one day you're an apprentice, next thing you're an old man like me. So, you know, let's make sure the business is in a good place, that if you do retire or sell a business, you know, there's a good piece there. That's a really interesting one as well. But obviously, I suppose service plans can be difficult to sell, I suppose, in a way. But obviously, TradeHelp have made this so straightforward for us, Elliot. And you know, if it was that easy, I suppose we would have been doing it all the time. But what's your thoughts on that? Why do you think engineers find it difficult to sell service plans?
It is difficult, and that is why we're recommending TradeHelp, because their software is done all the hard work for you, so you don't have to do it. So the terms and conditions are all built in. It manages the direct debits, which go through a company called Go Cardless. So all you've actually got to do is add your customer, select the plan, and the software does everything else. So we've worked with TradeHelp to develop 3 service plans, like 3 different levels that are complete, including all the terms and conditions. And all of the service plans include the ADEY Pro Check heating system health assessment. So you can then upgrade to gold or platinum to include some repair and replacement parts as well. And the most important thing, Cole, is the pricing is completely set by you.
Wow. Okay, so those 3 levels, you are setting the value. You're, as the engineer, you can set it for your client base. You are setting the level. Wow, that's so everything's, the terms and conditions are set up. You're setting the pricing. It's an absolute no-brainer, isn't it? I mean, you know, to kind of. I noticed you just mentioned ProCheck. Perhaps you just let everybody on the call today just, what is ProCheck, just out of interest, Elliot, please?
So ADEY launched ProCheck last year, and it's a digital water test that gives you instant lab style results for inhibitor, corrosion, and pH to your smartphone. So you can see, and most importantly, prove to your customer the health of their heating system.
Wow. And again, what a great, that's including part of your one of your plans or whatever. That has got to be tremendous. And again, I suppose that also links it to benchmarking and one or two other bits and pieces which were really important. Yeah. And that monitoring of your inhibitor level every 12 months. So pretty standard. Really interesting how that hits the mark on all those as well. So I also noticed that, you know, on one of the two more packages, you also offer the professional 3 cents filter. Now, again, I'm really excited to just know a little bit more about that. What does that mean, please, Elliot?
Yeah, so you can add the Pro Plan Plus can be added to all 3 levels of plan. So what that basically gives you is the ability to remotely monitor the heating system, so you can see what's going on with it without having to sort of even open the filter. Connects to the Pro Club app, and it gives you a visual of how much sludge is in the heating system.
Well, I'll tell you what, Elliot, I think you've dangled the carrot to me as a fitter, I have to say to you, as an ex-engineer. So I think it's now turned to have a little go at this, because I think now, for me, we're really looking forward to this demonstration of the software and all the ability of bringing it together. Really excited about this. So Nell, over to you, and we look forward to seeing this.
Yeah, no problem at all. So you can see here that we've got a settings section in the main menu. And the first thing that you'd be prompted to do when you sign up through ADEY Pro Club is to update your company information, to register with Go Cardless, and also to edit your service plan settings how you want to. So if you go onto the edit button for the company information, you'll be able to add in there your registered number, your address, your contact, your gas safe number, and you don't have to add the bank details in unless you're wanting to use the invoices. It's just it automatically pulls that on there for you, and you can upload a logo to use. All of this information will then automatically populate onto your service plans and into the information that goes out to your customers. If we then go back into settings, you can see that we have the service plan settings here, and we have to register with Go Cardless. Now, the first thing that you probably want to do is to do that registration with Go Cardless. If you already have an account with them, you can just link that and then it's immediate. But it can take 3+ working days. It depends. It's a straightforward application. It's usually about three working days with Go Cardless for them to set you up with a new account. It's free of charge to set up a Go Cardless account. They just charge you 20p plus 1% of any payments that they process on your behalf. So if we just click into there, you'll see here that I've already paired my Go Cardless account, but it's really easy. When you first go in, this button instead says set up, and you just fill in the form there, or if you already have an account, you would sign in at the bottom. So you can see here as well that you can access details of Go Cardless payouts that you've had. Sadly, this is only a test system. I haven't had that much income, but it's a handy way to see it, and you can also log into your Go Cardless system to get the information. So then if we look at the service plan settings themselves, you can see here that these are the 6 plans that are available. So there are 3 that are called Pro Plan and 3 that are called Pro Plan Plus. The difference is that these Pro Plan Plus plans include a professional 3 cents filter. So they give you an opportunity just to upsell to those customers who would appreciate having that Wi-Fi enabled filter that can obviously tell you when it needs cleaning. You can upsell to a slightly more costly plan to those customers, and it can be quite a value added option for them. The main plans you can see without the Pro 3 cents filter, we've got one which is the silver, that is just a simple service plan, nothing else. The gold, that includes items that you might expect to have to repair on the boiler only, not the system, as part of the service or in between services. They're not intended to be an insurance plan in any way. They're just intended to be a way for your customer to spread the expected cost of maintenance for the year, including the service. So you can see that you can get more details for each one. The platinum includes for doing some repair to radiators, radiator valves, etc. as well. Now, you don't have to offer these plans if it's not, it is a condition in the terms and conditions to the customer. It is a condition of those plans that the customer's boiler and heating system are in good working order at the time they sign up to the plan. So you're not going to be held liable for anything pre-existing problems. But obviously, if you don't feel comfortable offering plans that include those extra items, then you don't have to. It's very much up to you what plan you send to what customer. You can see here there are prices for each plan, so you can edit those. So say we wanted to put that one up to $9.99, and it shows you for each one what you receive after fees. So that's set out. So, and it shows you for each plan the VAT, it shows you the Go Cardless fee and the fee for the plan being run. So you can adjust any of those prices, and then you can save at the bottom, which I will in a second. And you can also, with any plan, also sell an add-on of a fire service, a cooker, cylinder service, or a certificate. And again, you can price those how you want to. So then your customers, you will have in this section here, you can fill in your customers by just completing a form, just a simple form to add customers. If you're wanting to upload lots and lots of customers, we can do that for you from the office. We'll just provide you with an Excel template for you to fill in, and then we can upload it, save you typing in all your customers individually. So once you've got at least one customer in there and you want to make a new plan, you just go into your customer services, customer service plans, you create plan, and then you select which one you want to offer to the customer. So the Pro Plan ones are here, and you'll see that it's pulled through the $9.99, which is the price I changed it to. And in between each customer, you're absolutely free to go back into settings, change the prices to whatever you might want them to be. So you select the plan that you want to offer. Let's say we're going to offer the gold, and let's say we're going to put a gas cooker safety check with that as well. We want this plan to start on the 20th of March, and we want to create the plan. Then we're going to email that plan to the customer, and you can see the emails being sent. Now, we've also got here an option that you can view the plan to have a look what that looks like. So I'll just pull that up. And this is similar to the copy that the customer would see at the end. So it puts your logo on there. Oh, for some reason, oh, there we go. It's just taking time to load. Puts your customer, your company details at the bottom, and it's got all the terms and conditions there, which are all included. And if you have any questions about those, we're always happy to answer those for you. So if I just flick over to my emails now and show you, just maybe enlarge this slightly. Probably a bit small to see on the screen. So this is the customer email your customer will get as soon as you just click that email plan button. So it tells them that the plan documents, terms and conditions are available. And because I chose a plan that wasn't just a service plan, it included boiler maintenance items. It reminds them, which is also in the terms and conditions, that their plan benefits are conditional on that being in safe and good working order. So then they click on the on the link in there, and this is what the customer sees. So it's got the detail of the plan, which is the same as you could view from your portal. It says that the start date there, it gives your company details there. The customer can look at the terms and conditions on this link. They're all there. And the customer can say which preferred payment day they want the direct debit to go out on. So let's say 1st of the month. They click to say they've agreed and they proceed to payment. This is their direct debit mandate. I'm just going to fill this in with some dummy details. And it generally asks them to put their town in. This is only a test system, so it won't notice that's not a proper address. They confirm that, and they get a screen saying, thank you, they've done that. So then we'll just go back to the plan. Now, at the moment, this is still showing inactive, but within about a minute, that will update. And we'll also receive an email from the system, both to you and to your customer, to confirm that the plan's active. So I'll just wait a second for that to update. Just tell you a little bit about some of these other items in the menu while I'm there. We do enable engineers to offer finance without having a consumer credit license, if that's something you ever want to do for installations. We've got a buying group where you can get discounted prices from merchants, still buying on your own account, and we get discounted third-party benefits that you can use on things like van insurance and things like that. You can view any installation forms like gas safety records that you create in your app, and there's the sort of quotes, invoices, calendar and customers, things that I mentioned earlier. Let's have a look if the email has come in. All right, so we've got, here is the customer's email confirmation, which has gone small again. Just increase that. So that's, oh, it's not, it doesn't seem to work. This is of their plan, and they can look at that for their own records. It's now got their signature on, so they've got that there available for their records. And also you will have received an email saying, confirming to you that your customer has signed and that their direct debits are going to start on around the 1st of April. It also reminds you that you might want to make an appointment to inspect the heating system. If we go back into the portal now, we look in the service plans, we can see that that's now updated to active with the direct debit created. And in here, you can see again, it's active. Plan start date that you chose, the next payment date that the customer chose. You do have to be aware that the direct debit, if say you've put a plan start date of the 20th and they want to pay on the 21st, it won't go out necessarily on the 21st. If you've created it less than, I think it's 10 days before. So because it takes the bank a while to set the direct debit up. So you can't expect to set up a plan today and have the direct debit go out the next day. There's always going to be a lag. So it's worth just keeping an eye on what dates there are there so that you know how to, when you're expecting your payments in. So, but it's all clearly set out in here. So you've got a sort of history of what everything's happened here, what's being created, what's been done. And then you've got the mandate details. It's just pending submission with the bank, but it's all set up. The detail of what the subscription is, and then the future payments. Any payments you receive will be shown here once you receive them, and then it's showing you what the future payments are that are scheduled.
So I'm very, very excited about what I've seen there. So thank you very much for your time and showing us that. Elliot, thank you for your input. Always appreciated. Hopefully you'll join us all again soon on another webinar, and take care everybody and keep safe. Thank you for watching.